Sjogren syndrome. A beginner's 3-step guide for women on managing the condition through diet, with sample recipes and a 7-day meal plan. Introduction. Sjogren syndrome is an autoimmune condition that impacts the exocrine glands. These glands are important for the production of saliva and tears. The glands that are responsible for producing tears, the lacrimal glands, and saliva, the salivary glands, are the primary targets of the immune system's attacks, which inhibit the gland's capacity to release the relevant fluids. This can result in several issues, including dry eyes, a dry mouth, difficulty speaking, and an increased risk of tooth decay and infections. Additionally, this can make it more difficult to talk. Pain in the joints, rashes on the skin, and general fatigue are some of the additional symptoms that may be brought on by the immune system's attack on other organs and tissues in certain people. Lymphoma can occur in a very tiny percentage of individuals who have Sjogren syndrome. This can happen anywhere from a few years to a few decades after the initial diagnosis. After the onset of Sjogren syndrome, additional autoimmune disorders can manifest themselves. In total, almost half of all people who have Sjogren syndrome also have another type of autoimmune condition. There is no cure for Sjogren syndrome, but there are treatments that can help relieve the symptoms. One treatment option is to focus on managing the condition through diet. In this quick start guide, we will talk in detail about the following. Sjogren syndrome. Its symptoms and causes. Women and Sjogren syndrome. Treatment and management. Diet and a 3-step plan to implement the diet. So let's dive in. Background of Sjogren syndrome. The symptoms of Sjogren disease were first documented in 1871 by W.B. Haddon and J.W. Hutchinson, though the disorder was not formally named. The idiom Sjogren's disease was named after Henrik Sjogren, a Swedish ophthalmologist. Henrik Sjogren was the first person to identify a group of women who had a triad of symptoms that included keratoconjunctivitis sicca, dry eye, xerostomia, dry mouth, and polyarthritis, joint disease. This triad of symptoms became the basis for the classification of primary Sjogren syndrome. In 1933, Sjogren published a landmark paper that detailed his findings. Symptoms. Sjogren syndrome is an autoimmune disorder that affects the salivary and tear glands. The most common symptoms are dryness in the mouth and eyes. Dryness in the mouth. This can lead to difficulty speaking and swallowing, and an increased.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?